In this video, I would like to give you a guidance tour on our website www.eerstegraadvernieuwen.be. As you can see, the website is in Dutch since we focus on the Flemish educational system. Since 2019, Flemish educational system is going through an educational reform. There's more focus on differentiated instruction, on a better orientation towards study choice, and on the development of metacognition. In our project, we try to map out how students and teachers evaluate these innovative practices brought along by this educational reform. This was a photo voice project, and we spoke with 500 students in their first year or second year of secondary education and with 70 of their teachers. We asked the students, how does the school support your learning? And we asked their teachers, what gives you positive energy in this innovative working environment and what absorbs negative energy? On our website, you can find a popular version of our results. As you can see on the site, we have analyzed our data into 6 categories: flexible learning time, orientation towards study choice, focus on learning, evaluation, flexible school organization, and teamwork. Let's explore one button on the website, for instance, flexible learning time. Here we are. Each category starts by mapping out the different scenarios, the different ways in which schools organize this specific practice, in this case, flexible learning time. For instance, flexible learning time in some schools, here number 1, entails that students have several blocks of 2 or 3 hours a week in which they work freely on assignments in different levels for several school subjects. Whereas in other schools, for instance 2 or 3, flexible learning time entails co-teaching for only 1 or 2 subjects. Furthermore, each category on the website has a discussion activity. This is a discussion activity for school teams. Teams can download a document with quotes, for instance this one, quotes from students and teachers, and they can further on discuss whether or not this specific quote applies to their school as well, thus gaining insight into their own school organization. Next, on each category, there is a self-scan available. A self-scan is an instrument that schools can use to look critically at the way they organize this specific practice. For instance, in this case, flexible learning time. It consists of questions which allow schools to formulate improvements in their own school. The main body of the website, however, consists of course by quotes by teachers and students. For instance, what do teachers and students say about learning and planning during flexible learning time? By clicking on a tile, you always find a quote by a teacher or a student. For instance, here this student says, flexible learning time is fun because in flexible learning time you are your own boss, nobody really tells you what to do. And in here the teacher does not say, now you have to do this, now you have to finish this within this time, and so on. So this student expresses that he or she appreciates the freedom and the autonomy during flexible learning time. Or what do they say about differentiated instruction during flexible learning time? For instance, here you have a quote by a teacher that focuses on better class management. She said, Well, personally, I think you have way less problems concerning class management because there are always students that think, I think this is all too simple for me, and they would turn the class into chaos. But now they choose level 3, they work on their own, they finish their assignments in their own time. So I think that's a big advantage. Class management and differentiated instruction, those are the main advantages of flexible learning time for me. So each tile on the side hides a quote by a student or a teacher, and in this way we try to map out how students and teachers look at certain innovative practices in the midst of the educational reform that Flemish schools are going through. So go on, I would advise you to explore our website. The URL is www.eerstegraadvernieuwen.be and you will find hundreds and hundreds of quotes by students and teachers in which they speak about working in a classroom or having education in the midst of educational reforms.